Welcome to Nerdatory. So today we're going to talk about Age of Ultron and the new trailers that just dropped.
That's the best you can do!
You had to ask.
Age of Ultron is the latest iteration of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Avengers storyline. So basically, there's this Tony Stark invents this robot called Ultron in order to kind of better save humanity. Like, the Avengers are busy, they're hopping all over the planet, but they can't be everywhere at once. So he makes this fleet of robots that kind of fill in the gaps where they can. And things just sort of go wrong.
Which is interesting because now you say in the movie, Tony Stark creates Ultron.
Yeah,
but in the comics, it's Hank Pym, who is also, his alter ego is also Ant-Man, interestingly, which is also coming out in the upcoming months.
Yeah, it's interesting that they did that. I kind of wonder, like, does Marvel maybe not have so much faith in Ant-Man? Or... I'm
not sure. It's interesting because they specifically said that they're not going to be putting Hank Pym in Age of Ultron, which I think is kind of interesting because seemingly, like, from, what I've read about it, Hank Pym is a very important part of Ultron's life because Ultron kind of has this weird, like, hatred for his creator, and that's part of the fuel that feeds the fire in him.
It's a good way to look at it is a lot of people are talking about Civil War right now. It's like you can't have Civil War without Spider-Man. Well, it's kind of the same thing. You can't have Ultron without Ant-Man. He's very pivotal to that. But maybe they just thought because of the popularity of Iron Man, and he was always the tech guy in this universe, so maybe they just thought a better fit for that. But I think it's interesting. I recently found out the original movie, the plot for Ant-Man, was thrown out like years ago. It was going to be a movie. It was pitched around the same time as Iron Man 1, and it just never became a thing until recently. So I guess someone wasn't too crazy about the idea. And I'll admit, to me, it sounds a little... I don't know. I need to see it. They need to sell me on it.
Yeah.
I think the reason why they didn't use Ant-Man in this movie is because of how delayed the Ant-Man movie is. Like, no one knows who Ant-Man is.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, who is this random person in the Avengers third movie? I don't know who is he. He has a movie that's coming out.
See, like, if they had the movie out years prior, it would have
had more incentive.
It's funny you say that, because that's totally what DC's doing wrong with Justice League. It's like, oh, here's Batman vs. Superman, and 8 other heroes that you're just meeting now. Mm-hmm. So they're kind of, like, Marvel's very smart about it. They stagger it, they make it all blend together really nice and really coolly.
Yeah, I do agree. I think that even though they have excluded Hank Pym from Age of Ultron, I think that it was ultimately a smart move because it simplifies things because, it does overlap a lot. There's so many different characters that all interlace with each other and, yeah.
I just sort of feel bad for Ant-Man because he doesn't really seem like he has too much going for him. Like, he has, his abilities, the whole growing, shrinking thing, but I think a large part of his character was, like, very significant was Ultron, and
is
now they just stripped
really
that
his
from him.
only ability?
I don't really know the specifics of that, man, and you can yell at me in the comments, because educate me. But.
When I was going to see the movie Kingsman, excellent movie by the way, I saw that trailer for it, and I'm like, so this guy can shrink and ride bugs?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I was like, this doesn't... Why are you a superhero? What the heck are you defending me from? Praying mantis?
I saw this a few pages of a comic from a Deadpool comic where he actually called Ant-Man. He was like, so you can actually control ants too, right? He's like, yeah, why? What do you need my help for? He's like, awesome. Operation Get the Ants Out of My Apartment is a go. So
I could have used that last year.
So as for his usefulness, maybe I hear he's a lot more important. I just don't know specifically.
He sounds
why.
like as useful as Aquaman.
Aquaman, okay, that's a whole nother animal. Aquaman is a bath. He's a fucking god. He's essentially Poseidon.
Aquaman is an entirely different story.
Yeah.
No,
let's not get into
usefulness. I mean, how useful is controlling fish?
Well, he's strong in the suit. He has all of Superman's powers.
Does he really?
And he's stronger, yeah.
Okay, whatever.
But
I think I know of his fish.
The interesting thing is of the Avengers Age of Ultron trailer that was just recently released. What did you guys think of it? I think it's really cool. Ultron is voiced by, I believe, James Spader, who has been in a bunch of stuff throughout his career. Most recently, he's on the Blacklist, and he just has such a like an evil voice.
Yeah, it just sounds perfect for it. It's just so sinister. Like he just kind of like voices over the whole trailer, and it gives me chills. It's cool.
It was definitely a smart move to start the trailer off with him saying, like, I think he says, like, I was created to save the world or something. He's like, now I'm not. And you're like, wow.
Oh, it really reminds me of iRobot. I don't know if anyone else is getting that vibe. Like, oh,
I've heard
the
Will
whole robot's to
Smith,
save
though.
humanity.
But Will Smith.
The only way to save humanity from itself is to just kill all humans.
See, I thought it was more like Terminator, where they literally do eliminate all.
Yeah,
humans.
actually, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true. That's why I thought Terminator. I'm like,
they're
But
both
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
all very similar.
why? Artificial intelligence.
You know what would be really
Don't
funny?
Not a good
You know
idea.
what? You know what would be really funny? If you put Ultron and then like the Terminator and then
Who would win?
iRobot in a room,
Who would win?
and then you'd be like,
Ultron. I mean, Ultron is just done.
that would be an interesting battle.
That would be interesting. I don't know who would win. I feel like iRobots wouldn't do too.
iRobot would be kicked out. Like,
Yeah.
goodbye.
iRobot is essentially just a maid.
And now-
Terminator would be like, you're going down. And
Terminator would be the one that
No,
rips
which
off
model
iRobot's
Terminator
head.
are we talking about?
It's
Those
true.
liquid ones are pretty terrifying.
That's actually a really good point. Because as cool as like Arnold Schwarzenegger is, you're like, oh, he's all, you know, technically he's kind of the older model. Like the what's his face? Not Patrick Stewart. Oh my God, what's his name? I forget his actor name. It's something Patrick. Robert Patrick, who plays
have
the
no
melting
clue.
one. He's really cool. If it was the melting one versus Ultron, Terminator. There's in 2020 there's going to be a crossover. Terminator versus Age of Ultron.
Well, it's funny you mentioned crossovers because they've actually said not with Terminator, but Guardians of the Galaxy. Everyone loves Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians.
Eventually, they will cross over, so that's
That would be
awesome.
interesting. But how do you guys feel about the movie in general? I think what I liked about the trailer is that it has a really serious tone to it, and you like feel that, and you're like, this is some intense shit right here. But the cool thing about it is that like the scenes that you see the Avengers in, they're comedic and they still make funny lines.
Marvel's very talented in that. Like they always like you'll have a very serious movie, but you'll find yourself like laughing your ass off in it. Can I say this? Oh well, it's over.
Yes.
Yeah, they've always been very.
Can I say the word I just said 3 seconds ago? You already did.
Twice now. We'll bleep that out. Or not.
No, we won't. But yeah. What were we saying?
We were talking
Train of
about
thought.
Marvel making funny lines.
Yeah.
Like when Black Widow is like, I'm always picking up after you guys, and just grabs Captain America's shield. I always feel like, first of all, she's on a motorcycle, so I was like, maybe like in the movie she'll like whip it like a tomahawk.
Yeah, that's the appeal. Is that like it's like it has like that right amount of seriousness and like action and like dark, but it also has like the charm because you're like, you know,
I'm glad that they finally gave like Black Widow like a legit weapon that's not like, oh, I can go down to my hunting store that's like right over there and just get one of the knives that she has.
She's always had really weird weapons. They don't really go into detail about it. Like her guns are like glowing blue and like she has the electric gloves. But now that you bring her up, that does bring another topic. Why is Black Widow just like that one chick who's just like passed around the group? Like first, who was she with in the
Because
first
she's the
one?
hoe.
Yeah, wait, in the trailer, in
She's
the
with
new
the Hulk.
trailer, she's with the
Yeah.
Hulk, and they're
But in the
like
previous-
about to smooch, and you're like, whoa, and then
But like there was Hawkeye, and then it
She's
was
the
Captain America, and now it's the Hulk. She's just
it's
going
because
one
of
by
that.
one.
You guys-
Slave to the
are-
booty, man. Slave to the booty.
You guys
I mean,
aren't picking. She's either. She doesn't give any shits about any of these guys. She's just like, I'm gonna fucking tease the shit out of all of you.
I mean,
I think
Or
she's
she's-
probably actually trying to control the Hulk. I think that, well, not control him, but kind of help him.
she's trying to
Sort of, maybe.
control him, you know.
Tame the beast by riding the beast.
I've been really trying, baby. Trying to hold back this feeling for so long.
Scarlet Joe, you know, she can take it. She's got it.
Alright, now,
Yeah, let's-
besides
Yeah,
the
anyway,
whole weirdness,
Back to not things about riding the
Several
Hulk.
things that I always bring up.
Overall, there's been a bunch of trailers released about the movie, and it definitely creates a lot of hype.
Yeah, the hype is real.
Yeah, so it's definitely exciting. I'm definitely looking forward to it with each trailer released as May 1st comes closer and closer.
Do you want to know the funny thing? This is the first trailer I've seen of this movie.
Really?
Cat!
The thing
Cat!
is,
Are you hyped?
I mean, I'm never hyped about movies.
Are you slightly excited?
I mean, I'll go see it. We'll see it.
I'm the exact opposite. I can't get any more hyped for it. Like Avengers, that's my thing.
Can't get
I
any
saw
more
Guardians of the Galaxy 5 times in theaters and Avengers 4 times. So.
So we have the super hyped, we have the not very hyped, and the moderately hyped. So I think we're looking forward to this.
Yeah.
So definitely.
The average out to just a neutral, yeah.
Yeah, so go check out the trailer. It's on YouTube. It was just recently released. Leave a comment on the video and let us know what you think on your couch at home watching this.
And yeah, this has been Nerdatory. I'm Rich.
I'm Julia.
I'm Cat, the fucking grunge.
Oh.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.